Hi guys, welcome to my video. I am back in HD finally. I have a new phone. I was able to find a new editing software, so I am going to be cooking with gas. As the title says, this is going to be my review on the Menstrual Cup. Unlike other reviews that I've seen, I don't feel comfortable just showing you a cup that was, in my torty, as the Bajan say. But I'm not going to show the cup. We all know what a menstrual cup looks like. You can Google it. So this video, whether I show it or not, is probably the most personal and most intimate video that I would have uploaded on my channel. Years ago, I was never comfortable talking about, these are the issues with my friends, or anyone for that matter. But at the end of the day, all women go through it, or I should say most women go through it, so why not? So I'm gonna very briefly give you a history of my period story. Got it when I was 13, and I used pads all the way up to when I was 18. When I was 18, I went on a school trip with my friends to Orlando, and as soon as the coach pulled up to the hotel, my period came. I was like, serious, like the worst timing. So I ran to the gift shop and I say, okay, I guess this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna have to use a tampon. Crash course, let's do this. So I read the directions. Clearly I didn't read them well enough, because I just shoved that whole thing in there. At the time it was a cardboard thing around it. I don't know if it was an applicator at the time, but I just remember it was completely covered in cardboard, and I shoved everything up there. So it was very uncomfortable and painful and irritated, and I was like, I am never going to use a tampon again in my life, ever. Fast forward now to when I was 28, a whole 10 years later. I don't know how I survived, but I had to go to an event, and it was a swimwear event with mesh and everything, and I was like, like, I am wearing this outfit to this event. Nothing can stop me. I guess it's time to revisit tampons again. I'm gonna insert a picture here because I know you want to see what I had on.
Blow chicka blow blow. Blow chicka blow blow.
So I purchased tampons. By this time, age 28, there were plastic applicators. So for now I use Playtex, but I've also used Tampax Pearl. So those applicators, God said, perfect. I can do that with my eyes closed. And I'm 33 now. Well, sorry, I'm 32. I'll be 33 in 3 months about. But I have used tampons ever since. I am hooked. I'm a tampon girl. Love it. Now this menstrual cup thing came about, and I was like, hard pass. Miss me with that. Like, no. Like, what do you mean? First of all, my first issue was that I am too clumsy for this. I cannot imagine removing a cup full of blood and then somehow pouring it out carefully and then to put it back. Like, what? And then to do that in a public bathroom. That's what had me concerned, because I've gotten the hang of removing a tampon, putting in a new tampon. Like I said, I could do that with my eyes closed. But with a menstrual cup, I was like, nah, error, like, fail. But a little voice inside of me was saying, don't knock it till you try it. And I did. Mind you, I purchased the cup August, because I went to the States this year. I purchased the cup in August, and I finally used it this week, January 11th, whatever day Sunday was. So I read, I watched, and finally I said, you know what, Corey, just do it. So one bit of advice that I would say that helped a lot is you should practice getting the cup in there when you are not on your period, so that by the time your period comes, you can be like, and just get it in there with ease. So I did try that, and that was the Sunday. Monday, no, I said, well, I think my period is going to come. My period isn't regular like some people, so it can come anywhere between 25 to 31 days. So that's a fairly wide range, that I'm working with. But I have the symptoms, painful breast, headache, just feeling groggy and terrible, bloated. But that can be for 2 days, 3 days, sometimes a week before my period comes. So I just usually wear a liner if I think my period is coming. So that's the first benefit of the menstrual cup so far, because instead of wearing a liner or instead of wearing a big old pad and hope it comes with the menstrual cup, because since it's made of silicone, sorry, then you can just leave it in there if you really think your period is coming. And I just had a strong feeling that my period was coming on the Monday, and I wore it. Fast forward to the end of the day, I was like, let me just get this thing out of here and go to bed. So when I took it out, to my surprise, it's about half full of blood. I was like, I was shocked, and I was literally frozen in shock in the shower, like, what? Because I did not feel a thing. For me, I can't speak for other ladies, but when my period first comes, I feel the cramp, I feel the release, and I'm like, it's here. So to see the blood in there and not know when it came, I was like, hold on. Hold on. So I was pleasantly surprised. The first night, I usually have to wake up in, at funny hours to put in a new tampon. But on the first night, it lasted about 8 hours. So when my alarm went off, there was literally 1 drop of blood. I wore a pad as backup, but there was literally 1 drop of blood in the morning, and that was approaching a 9-hour mark. So it lasted 9 hours on my very first night, which is usually my heaviest. So there is that as well. So those are the 2 positives. Being able to leave in for longer periods of time, it can hold a lot. And then, like I said, the flexibility of, for someone whose period isn't regular, to use that instead of, I guess, a big old pad, a liner, or sometimes tampon. But removing a dry tampon is not fun, and putting a tampon in there when you're not bleeding, not a good idea. So those are my 2 pros. The cons, oh my goodness, as I initially said, I don't ever want to remove that in a public bathroom. That just seems like a disaster waiting to happen. Removing it in the shower, to me, is the easiest and the cleanest way to do it. Even though it's my blood, I don't want that on my hands. No thanks. So there's that. I have not done it as yet. I've only done it in the shower in my home. So removing it, putting it in, is a task. Like, once you get it in there, I've read and I've watched, and it said, you kind of run your hand along the outside to make sure that it's snug. But when I ran my finger along there, I could not tell if it was in properly. So it was just very awkward and very uncomfortable. And the first night, it was fine, no issues, no leaking. Like I said, only as soon as I woke up, there was 1 drop of blood. But other than that, it didn't really leak per se. I guess it was just getting full. But the first 2 times I used it, I was like, okay, I guess it really was in there. So the next day, I was like, okay, I'm going to wear this to work. But within the hour, so I would have showered and then I was getting breakfast and stuff, there was major leakage within an hour. And that was not because the cup was full. I guess it just was not in properly. So that put me off. So like, literally the next day, I was like... So... since it's been a roller coaster of emotions with this menstrual cup, I just knew I had to jump on here and talk about it. I am very eager to hear your comments. What do you ladies do when it's that time of the month? What I'm going to do a combo where I'm going to be mostly using tampons still, and I will use the menstrual cup for days that I am home. So for example, this is day 3 of my period. I'm going to be home for the rest of the evening, so I'm going to shower and then put back in the menstrual cup, and so I'm just going to use it when I'm at home and I'm comfortable. But other than that, I'm still going to use my tampons. So as I said, I am very curious to know, you guys' feedback. If there are any tips that you can share, please let me know. I will put the information where I got it. I just got it on Amazon. I can't remember the brand currently, but I will just put the link down there if you are interested. I bought the size for someone who doesn't have kids. I don't have kids, so I got the small size. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am looking forward to hearing your responses. Bye!